Hi, Sabrina.
Hey, how you?
Where's your Batman shirt?
My Superman Batman shirt. I wore it yesterday.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I got orange pineapples.
Orange pineapple?
Can you see that color? Probably not.
Yeah.
It's orange. I'm trashing it.
It looked yellow to me.
I think I had a little bit of red strawberry left over in the pot. I didn't get it all the way clean.
Gotcha. So you wake up with a smile today?
I tried my best. I really, really did.
Well, maybe class will get you a good smile. You missed the crew yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I
Had a full crew yesterday.
had like 4 stops, 2 different highways, lots of freaking traffic. Oh.
You tell them, move it. I'm on my way to class.
I was trying. I was trying. I was like, you know what? Let me just relax because.
Yeah. It's recorded. I had today's class, so yeah.
Hey, where are you?
I'm in the only part of my whole entire house that doesn't have a candle or supplies. Well, boxes.
You got supplies over there.
Yeah, my whole hallway is lined with different size boxes.
Yeah.
All right.
We talking business today.
We going over business today. Let me make sure there's no stragglers. I'll just turn my waiting list off. So if they pop in, they pop in.
Gotcha. We can talk about it. Give me one quick second. I need to get my.
You get a free one-on-one coaching today.
Ha!
Yeah.
Right back.
All right, so today we're gonna go over. I have an agenda today. It's funny because yesterday when I mentioned I had an agenda, everybody laughed at me.
Why?
Because they didn't believe I had an agenda.
I don't know if that's cool.
They're like, wait. They couldn't believe it. They were like, you have an agenda today? I was like, yeah, we doing some business today.
Yeah, we be free flowing a lot.
So we're gonna go over cost matrix. We're gonna go over pricing for retail, pricing for wholesale. And then once you got your pricing for wholesale and retail and your cost matrix, then you can start testing on Etsy. I'm going to show you some tricks about getting started with Etsy. And then once you outgrow Etsy, you'll be going to your own website. We'll be going over websites and hosted websites and building your own website. And then advertising, gotta have advertising. I advertise through Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all that. So it's gonna go over that a little bit. And then this is out of order. For flea markets, once you have tested all your products and you have something that you're happy with on Etsy, then it's a good idea to start selling at markets, and pop-up shops, and events, and all that stuff. So we're gonna go over that. Point of sale. We're gonna go over point of sale. We're gonna go over some LLC info, trademarks versus copyright, and last but not least, once you get really big, go to Amazon. All right, so let's get started.
Thank you.
Cost matrix. Did you get the email?
I did. I haven't had time to download it. I need to do that right now.
No, I just hoping that you did get it. I'll go over it today, and then you can customize yours, the template that I sent you.
Okay, thank you.
Let me share my screen. All right, where'd it go? What the? I just had it.
I saw it. Then it just kind of disappeared.
What the? All right. Business. I guess I'm gonna go off the template. Okay. Could have sworn I had that in there. There we go. All right. So we are gonna do a sample product. Let's do my signature pie. 5-inch cherry pie. This column right here is the description, and then you have the amount of the material or equipment, and then you have what unit you're using, and you have the base cost, and I'll show you how to figure out the base cost. And then column F is automatically calculated. It's basically the amount used times the base cost. And then once you get all these filled in, this right here, and this right here, your total cost will be automatically calculated right here. And we'll go over that in just a little bit. All right, so you want to break it out in two sections first. You got your materials, or you got your two categories on units. You got your stuff that uses ounces and then stuff that uses quantity. So anything that uses ounces, you want to stick together, which is all your like soy wax, paraffins, parasoy, Michael's gel wax, all that stuff, and fragrance. And equipment, you want to put down like wicks, anything that you just use one of or two of or something like that. The fragrance and the fragrance box and shipping material, I actually have those programmed in there because it's pretty much the same every candle. We'll go over one at a time. All right, so soy wax. We'll only do one out of each section so you know how to do it. Soy wax. So the amount I use of soy wax in a 5-inch cherry pie, 0. Paraffin, I use the crust and the embed. So let's say 4 ounces. For the parasoy, it's another 4 to 5 ounces for the 5 ounces for the filling. Michael's, if I do a topping or whatever, like whipped cream, ice cream, that's 1 ounce. If I do a dollop, then I put 2 ounces. Gel wax is about 2 ounces. And fragrances, this is not going by ounces. The unit that I'm going by is percentage. So we're averaging either 6 to 8 or 6 to 10% per candle on fragrance. So all you have to do is figure out your cost per ounce on your fragrance and then divide it by 10 and you'll get the 0.10. You'll get the 10%. Your average is going to average in between 6% and 10%. And I automatically put 10% because dyes, it's extremely hard to calculate your costs on dyes.
Yeah.
So I just rounded up basically to 10. So 10% of my fragrance costs, which fragrance and dyes are kind of the same. So yeah, that's what I did. I lumped my dyes in with my fragrance, and the amount used is $1 per ounce. So when I go out to Aztec, actually let me show you something real quick before I go to fragrance. On the waxes, so your base cost per unit is like mine is 13 cents per ounce. My paraffin 17 cents, parasoy 16, and gel, and those actually include shipping costs as well. So that's another note for later on shipping, but remind me to go over shipping. All right, so soy wax. I get my soy wax from a lot of different places.
Whoever has it, right?
Let's just go out to Camel Science and figure it out on Camel Science. When you're doing your ordering, it's a good idea to do your ordering all together, because when you're calculating your cost per ounce, you're adding your shipping to the total cost, and then you're dividing that with your numbers to get your cost per ounce. And if you're ordering from 5 different places, you have 5 different shipping. So the more you can order from the same company, the better. The higher your profit margin will be. So, all right, let's go look for 444. We're gonna put this in a cart so we can see the shipping. I usually go by 45 pounds, but if you go 10 pounds, the calculations work the same. All right, you cart. Oh, hear that? All right, Golden Brands 444 order, and then continue our checkout. Let's see what shipping is. $36.66. All right, so then you go to your calculator and first you find out how many ounces in 45 pounds. So 45 times 16, 720. So yeah, 720 ounces and 45 pounds. So then you're dividing the total amount that you're spending by 720, and then you'll get your cost per ounce. So you want to remember this number.
I got you.
So we got 62.78 plus 36.66 equals, so 99.44. So then you go 720 divided by, actually 99.44 divided by 720. There we go. So you take your cost, divide it by the ounces, and you'll get cost per ounce. So for my soy wax, I got 14 cents per ounce for if you go from Candle Science with the 45 pounds. And you kind of want to shop around based on cost per ounce, because those cents actually matter.
Yeah.
They matter a lot. They add up. They really add up. And the lower you get, pretty much, okay, so the lower you get on the cents per hour or cents per ounce is the more you're paying yourself when you take your cost out and you got the net profits and then you got to pay yourself. So your labor is coming out of the profit margin, and this directly affects the profit margin. So the lower you get, the more you get paid. Everybody likes to get paid, right?
Right.
All right, so we got that. All right, so 13 cents per ounce. My paraffin 17, parasoy 16. Michael's is 18 cents, which is why I'm trying to develop a blend that I can use instead of Michael's, so I can buy, so I can add it onto my paraffin.
I think that's going to be a good blend.
That's
You're going to get it together.
I've got the coloring. I just need to get the consistency. I'm like super close. I did some experiments yesterday with the Vibar and stearic acid, and I'm like this close. It looks almost as good as, you know, I want it. As soon as it's there, I'm like super close, like a week away. Fragrance and dye, you want to go out and do the same formula on whenever you order from Aztec or whatever, and get your cost per ounce, and then put your cost per ounce in this box right here. And then the unit is the percentage you average. And you want to go a little bit high because you're adding the dye in there. All right, so equipment, you got your tins. For the 5-inch, I use the 6-inch tin. So one of those. Packaging and shipping. This is the window bakery box. And I want to be able to put all my candles in that, and I don't have packaging set up for like all my candles, just like certain ones, like the cheesecake, the 5-inch. I don't have a really good bakery box for the 8-inch yet, or the 3-inch yet.
Yeah.
But I'm getting there, and they all usually average about $1. So I'm sorry, they all usually average 20 cents, and I'm using one of them. Shipping material, I always put 0.25. I just put 25 cents. Actually, 25 cents. I always put 25 cents for shipping material, and that pays for your wrapping paper, your parchment paper, pays for all that stuff. If you use a glass container, you can put it here, $1. Dollar. I get all my glass containers and plates and all that stuff from Dollar Tree. So I always got $1 there. I
So you
sometimes,
don't.
what's that?
I was thinking that maybe you put a one where the glass container, the plate one. You don't do that.
Yeah,
You add it on to.
if I'm using a plate, I normally don't, but if I'm using a plate, if like the customer requested, hey, can I get a plate with that or some decoration, and then I'll add it on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Or that's glass container. If I'm doing a drink, if I'm doing a drink candle, I won't put the tin. I'll do the glass container.
Gotcha.
Sometimes I'll use the cake stands that I get from Michael's for like display candles that people get. Especially the wholesale accounts. I'll always ask, and I'll get maybe like 30% of them say yes. So we'll go over like the normal order, and I'll be like, hey, do you want a display candle with your first order? And it's you can either get the small cake stand or the large cake stand. One's $10, one's $15. I make like $3 or $4 off of it. But it's kind of like McDonald's. McDonald's sales went up 20% worldwide when they started asking, do you want fries with that?
Yeah. I remember hearing about that.
Upsell, yep.
Upsell is what it is.
All right, so then your total cost is your base cost per unit, all added up. So 5-inch cherry pie cost me $2.99 to make.
Roughly.
Now that does not include labor or advertisement, and that comes out of your net profit. And I have a disclaimer for the video, all the video people out there. I do not have a business degree. I'm not telling you to do this. This is how I do it.
Okay.
This is how I do it.
Okay.
If there's a mistake or you get sued, don't come to me. Don't come to me.
It looks pretty good.
It works for me. All right. So the average rule of thumb for retail pricing is 4 times your cost. The average for wholesale is 2 times your cost. And if you do, that's with your label. If you do white label, which means you're not putting a label on the product and they're putting their label on, then you want to charge about 2.5 to 3 times the cost, because you're making up for the advertising that you're not getting by not putting your label on there.
Right.
All right, so we got our total cost $2.99, and we're timesing it by 4, which gives us a suggested retail price of $11.98. And that's just a base, okay? So that's 4 times the cost is just a industry standard. That does not take into account the difference, the huge difference in doing container candles and fruit candles. There is a huge difference. As you know, Sabrina, you've seen all the classes of how long it takes to make a fruit candle,
Right.
rather than a container candle. So
Right.
you're spending so much more, probably like 6 times the amount of time on a fruit candle than you are a container candle. You're going to be shorthanding yourself if you're charging the same amount as somebody doing a container candle. So you don't want to shortchange yourself. So you want to go in between like 4 and 7, and it's it's up to you and it's preference. But I base mine on popularity and of the candle, how often it's selling, and so forth. I will start high when I first get it out there, because it's always easier to start high and do a sale and reduce your price
Yeah.
than starting low and raising the price, because then you'll piss some customers off, and then you're like, well, I wanted this and it was $12 last week, it was 15 this week. So
That's how I am now with the snap bar modes. When I first bought them, they were $13.
yeah.
And then like the candle community start using them more and more for melts. Now they're like $20. I was like,
Yep. You know they have baking snap bar molds for that.
what do you like?
Let me see.
You talking about Amazon, right?
Hmm?
That's where I got them from. When I first bought them, they were only $13. Oh, I don't even have one over here. Yeah.
Holy
that
crap.
It's 17 now. I guess people started complaining, but the last time I was on, it was like $22. I was like, you know what? I got enough of those. I'm gonna get away from melts.
That's highway robbery. That is literally highway robbery. Because look, this actually uses more silicone than that.
Yeah, but that's
this
not
is
in demand.
$9.
That isn't demand. Like you were saying,
supply and demand.
Right.
You gotta love it, right?
Popularity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna show my age. I remember. That reminds me. I'm gonna go off on a little rant.
You gotta do what?
Go off on an old people rant. I was in Taco Bell the other day. I was ordering, and I was like, "Give me five soft tacos, please." She was like, $10.89, please. And I was like, "What was that?" I thought I heard you say $10 for 5 tacos. And she goes, yeah. I said $10. I was like, I was in high school when the tacos were 25 cents each on Wednesdays. What the heck is going on?
I bet you made her day with that.
She started laughing at it. She goes, well, I tell all my friends Taco Bell's expensive now. I was like, got that right. Let me just clear out my bank account so I can have dinner.
So, do you hear me? I don't know what movie that was, but Taco Bell is supposed to be the last restaurant standing.
Yeah, that was
Demolition Man. Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone and Spike.
Spike Lee. No, not Spike Lee. What is his name? Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, yeah.
Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. That movie actually bombed, but I really liked that movie.
I bought stock in Taco Bell.
Taco Bell probably liked it. That's probably why they raised their damn prices. It's because of that movie. God damn it. Anyway, let me just edit that out of the video. I'm sorry, guys. We like to have fun here in class.
Definitely.
Yes. All right.
So
where I don't even know where I was at.
We're at labor and advertisement. That's kind of where we steered off from because.
Okay. I know where I'm at. Okay.
We did the basic 4 times retail, but we know that novelty candles are more expensive than that.
Yep, and it'll also depend on like what markets you go to. There's different kinds of markets. There's a low-end market where people are just going with $5-10 and looking for a deal. And then there's the high-end markets where they got $200 and they're looking for something unique and highly sought for. So you'll sell the same candle at both markets, but you won't be charging the same at both markets. And I'll go, when I go to the flea markets, I'll show you how to calculate and get some business. All right, so that's your labor and advertisement. Out of your profit margin, which is $8.98, which is your suggested retail minus your cost. So your profit margin is $8.98. And out of that, you want to do about 20% advertisement. Actually, do your taxes first. Calculate your taxes first. Take 8 equals 8.98 times 0.3. It's 30%. 30% of the profit margin should always go to your tax account. Now, if you are doing this, then that means later when I talk about the LLC, that means you don't have to get your LLC right away. You can do it as a hobby. And since you're doing handcrafted hobbies, the IRS did not require you to be an LLC or have an EIN if you're making like under $5,000 to $7,000. And it depends on each state. So don't quote me on that. Just check with your state and see, hey, I'm doing a handcrafted hobby. How much do I have to make for IRS to start paying attention? So then they'll give you a number, and then once you start getting that number, and it's like, okay, now I should probably get my LLC, because the LLC for Florida was roughly about 200 to 200, depends on if you have a service that files your LLC for you. If you do it yourself, it's $70 cheaper. So mine was about 200. I did it myself. And if you have like LegalZoom or something like that to file your paperwork for you, it'll be like $70 more. They charge you like $70 to file it for you. And it's a ripoff. Just go out to your state government website, look up LLC, what forms you got to do. It's like 1 or 2 forms that you got to fill out, and that's it. So, but if you got the money, go for it. So first you want to take out your taxes, then you want to take out your advertisement, because yeah, you sold something, but now what? You got to sell some more. So that advertisement is going to help you sell more. And then the rest, which is 50%, 50% is what you get paid, equals 8.93, 8.93. Times 8.92. No. Oh, 0.5. There we go. So you get paid, your profit margin is $8.98, you get paid $4.49. So when you go out to your flea market, you can assume, let's say you have 10 of these candles. Let's do a realistic number. Let's do 25 of these candles. Format. I do not want dollar figure. All right, so we have 25 of these candles. So you got equals that times your 25 candles. And then all these will be the same, but just 25. So all you have to do is do the same calculation for all these. Let me make sure that's right. All right, so let's say you sold all 25 candles. You have your profit margin, which is right here. Your profit margin is $224.62. Out of that $224.62, $67 goes out to taxes. And then 50% of that, actually, no, equals 50% of your profit margin is how much you get paid out of that. So equals 224.62 times 50%. So you sold all 25 candles. You just made $112.31. And that's what you actually pay yourself. And that's what you pay for your overhead. You don't take any of your supplies out of this. This is your personal money. And you want to keep it separate. Because here's your supply money. You already know the cost it took to make the 25, which was $74.87. So you can say, oh wow, I just sold 25 candles. And then you're on your ordering and you have no idea how much you're going to need next time. If you do this and you're diligent on it, you'll know exactly what your budget is for your next order. $74.87. I can spend $74.84 on my next order. But yeah, it's a really good way to break it out.
So it's $74.87 total cost to make roughly about 25 pies. That's what that is.
Correct.
Okay. Correct.
And then this is your retail price. This is your sales. So this will be your gross profit. And this is your cost. This is your markup. That's what it's called. And profit margin. This is the payroll. And this is taxes. And there you go. And then you have a cost analysis for your candle. And you want to, an easy way to do this is just take this, copy it, paste. Actually, you want to do, yeah. Why isn't it pasting right? You'll have to play around with Excel. I don't know how familiar you guys are with Excel. It's a really good program. It has a lot of, shortcuts and easy way to do things.
I don't know how to use this.
Okay.
Make it look easy, but I'll see later on.
I've been doing Excel for like 25 years. All right. Any questions on any of the cost analysis?
No, that's good. I understand.
Cool.
Thanks for this spreadsheet.
You're welcome. Yes, I didn't have it yesterday. I was actually going over my actual costs for everything. And so as you watch the video, you can see all the actual costs of my candles. But they're like we want that spreadsheet. I'm like, well, you can't have this one. I'll make a template for you. I'll send it out. So that's why I sent it out today. Selling at markets. Agenda. Check. Cost matrix done.
20. Today is the 30th.
Huh?
Today is the 30th, right?
Yes.
I was just trying to see if I got the class for yesterday.
You should have. You should have.
I got it.
Okay, cool. So wholesale, when you're doing cost matrix on wholesale, you're doing everything exactly the same except for the markup. So when you go to your cost matrix, just add a line. Once you start doing wholesale, just add a line to the labor and advertisement. And the industry average for labor and advertisement is 2 to 2.5. Oh, I was talking about this earlier. I already covered this. So 2.5, 2 to 2.5, and then for white label, it's 2.5 to 3. Now for your retail pricing, suggested retail pricing can vary a lot based on what candle you're doing, what market you're going to, and so forth. So if you're going to like the flea market, it's like, it's almost wholesale cost at a flea market, low end. But if you're on the high end market, it's almost like seven times the cost. If you have a really popular candle, it's 7 times the cost. And yeah, so, but wholesale does not vary. If somebody calls you up and says, hey, I want 100 candles, they're expecting 2.5 times the cost. And they're going to have an idea of what the cost is, because they're going to, if they're ordering that much, then that means they've done it before and they've done their research. So if you shoot them 3-4 times the cost, they're not going to buy from you. Just in my experience. I learned that the hard way. Check. All right, Etsy. So once I got all my inventory and my cost and got all the numbers done, I started selling on Etsy. And Etsy is an excellent place to start with your candles, because when you first start out, you're not going to have very many candles. You're not going to have very many, you're not going to have very much time because you're doing a full-time job, and you're not going to have a big inventory. And Etsy is perfect for that because it's 20 cents, it's free to join, it's 20 cents per listing, and you don't have to advertise. So if you only have one candle at a time and you want to sell it, just go out to Etsy, pay 20 cents, and you're selling your candle. Eventually. Because you do have to advertise and do a whole bunch of stuff to get that candle to sell, because there's tons of competition on Etsy.
Right.
Everything is handmade on Etsy. So and let's go over some of those tricks. All right, let's go to my shop. I don't sell on Etsy anymore. What's that?
I was going to ask if you have Etsy, if you're on Etsy.
I am on Etsy, and as soon as I made 250 sales, I upgraded to my website. That's when I launched this year, July 1st. And then I stopped Etsy and went to that because I was selling a lot of candles, and the 7.5% fee that Etsy charges for offsite advertisement is ridiculous. It was eating up all my profits. I remember, I think my very last order was, I've been selling here in the last couple weeks, but that was because I forgot I had listings on there and people were buying. It was funny because when I stopped selling on Etsy, this is what I did. Instead of taking my shop down, right? Instead of taking it down, taking all my stuff off, I just shot the prices way up. I was like, well,
thinking,
if by chance somebody wants to pay $50 for a candle, sure, I'll do it.
Okay.
I mean, hell, if I took everything off, then I have no chance of getting 50. But if I put the price on there, I have an actual chance. And I actually did. I did sell a couple. So I was like, oh, wow, okay. Thank you.
But you had to pay 7.5% for selling.
Yeah, right. It was, well, that one wasn't an offsite ad. It was a ad that Etsy did for Etsy customers. So I only had to pay, I forget what Etsy's. It's like, I don't know.
I really want to get my e-commerce game up. I'm the weakest link. I'm not technically inclined.
Well, if you keep going over this video over and over until you get it down
right.
You'll be up there. You'll be up there with the best of them. But yeah, because you have to go online now, especially with the COVID thing going on. Everybody's going online, and even all the customers are going online. So all the businesses have to follow suit. Even those old timer businesses like, nah, we'll never do digital. We'll never do digital. All hard copy, right? And now they're like, oh, I just lost 40% of my business.
Right.
Okay, I'll make a website.
I have a Shopify, but it's just sitting there. I paid for it, but I don't know.
I actually do have listings on there. All right. So when you're doing, we're gonna do a sample listing real quick. Add listing. Add photo. Any photo. Candle chef aprons. They're coming out. I got them coming. I'm sending them out to all the October VIPs.
I'm going to get in eventually.
You getting in?
Of course.
All right. So you go on to Etsy. You're like, I want to sell a candle. So you put a photo up there. You put a photo. That they have a new feature where you can add a video now, which is really cool. And then you got your title. Hey, I want to sell a candle orange. I'm doing this. I'm doing a bad listing on purpose because I want to show you a trick that I do to get your listing up to par. Who made it? I did. Finished product. Recently, 2020, made it. Category, home living. Candle shirt. No, optional. I'm skipping all the optionals. On your renew options, you want to do manual if you don't think you're going to be selling in 3 months, and automatic if you know you're gonna be on Etsy for the long run. Physical is physical. Hey, I'm my candle. All right, section, you can set up different sections and stuff to keep your listings organized. Custom cake, sure. Tags, what are those? This is optional. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna skip. All right, price, 20 bucks. This section is really cool. If you, especially for food candles. Food candles, this option is really good because it allows the customer to, if they don't like exactly what food candle you have, they can actually ask you, hey, can you not put ice cream on that? Or can you put ice cream on that? It'll get you more orders. Shipping. So on shipping for Etsy, shipping is retarded. I'm sorry, but I've gone back and forth with them so many times on shipping. So Etsy, how you get business in Etsy is Etsy puts your listing in front of shoppers that are searching for candles. So they'll put a certain candle in there, or they'll say like food candle, and then Etsy will put your listing up on the either the first page, second page, seventh page, depending on how well your listing is, which it should be. But they have added to their algorithm to where they have a process on shipping where you can offer new customers, free shipping if they order more than $35.
Okay.
All right. If you're selling a lot, if you have big orders, and you're doing like 2-3 boxes for one person, and you're doing free shipping, that's $30 that you're not paying yourself, that you did not calculate into your cost matrix. And it's almost literally impossible to foretell who's going to be ordering over $35. So it just really ate into my profit margin, and I got pissed at them. And I was like, this is why I got pissed at them, because if I had the $35 free shipping and above on, because you can turn it on and off. If I had it on, my listing would be on the front page. If I had it off, in their algorithm, they put my listing on the 3rd or 4th page. So I got less traffic and less sales.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much telling you, hey, you're getting punished for not doing the free shipping. And I didn't like that. And the only time I actually ran into a problem with it is when I started selling a lot of candles and I started shipping a lot. And I was like, wait a minute, how much am I spending on shipping? I was like, holy crap, that's a lot of money. But if you're selling 1 or 2 here and you're just testing out candles, do a 35. It actually does help promote more sales, because they're like, oh, well, I'm going to get this candle. I might as well get like, 1-2 other things and just get free shipping. So it does promote some sales, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. Anyway, that's another one of my old people rant.
No, I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't like it. So you can set up shipping options, and you can do that through settings and shipping profiles. Item weight. item weight is actually very important when it comes to shipping. And the very important number to remember is 15 ounce and 16 ounce, especially with Etsy, because Etsy only goes by USPS, I think FedEx, but FedEx sucks. So they don't have, FedEx doesn't have an option for small packages. USPS does. It's called first class. First class is anything under 15 or 16 ounces, you can ship for like anywhere in between like $4 and $7. Anything over 16 ounces, it bumps up to priority mail, and priority mail's minimum is like $9. So it goes from like $4 to $5 to $8 or $9. It's big difference, especially if you're doing free shipping. If you're doing free shipping, that 1 ounce could cost you $5 profit, and that $5 profit is directly coming out of your payroll. So that 1 ounce, you got to pay attention to that. All right, so we got our listing. We're gonna publish. Oh, okay, sure. I forget what kind of, that one. Calculated shipping, okay. Oh, okay, I can actually show you. My pies are 633 for the box. And I try to get my 5-inch pies. If you do make 5-inch pies, I try to get my 5-inch pies. They're almost exactly 15 ounces. Once you, it actually matters if you put 2 whipped cream dollops on there.
Yes.
If you put 2 whipped cream dollops on there, it actually bumps it up to like 16 ounces and then raises it up like $6. And I'm like, oh crap. I get done with my pie sometimes and it's like 16.13, and I'm like, and USPS is a stickler.
Right.
Stickler.
That little bit of extra costs you $3.
Just fly to buy them, right? You're like, yeah, this is first class, even though it's like 60, it's like 0.25 over or something like that. Yeah, this is first class. This is under 16. And you put 16 on there. You put it on your doorstep, they come pick it up, and then 3 weeks later you get a message saying USPS has adjusted your claim, adjusted your shipping label. You just paid $4 extra. I'm like, oh, really? Over 0.125. Oh.
I think that should be illegal.
On the plus side with Etsy, they have worked out a deal with USPS. They actually go to like 16.8, almost 17 ounces. So you do have more weight you can work with.
So like I ship with Pirate Ship. So how would that work with Etsy?
If you do Pirate Ship, it's outside of Etsy, and you're getting Pirate Ship discounts, and the Pirate Ship does not have a deal with USPS. So you have to do this 15/16. If you go with Etsy and get the USPS label from Etsy, then you can go up to 17. So if you're in Pirate Ship, yeah, if you're in Pirate Ship and you got something a little tiny bit over 16, then I would do the label in Etsy instead of Pirate Ship.
Right.
But let's see. Let's do first class. 15 ounces. Oh, wait. Okay. Why is this 8? I got my shipping profiles all messed up. It's not showing me the first class. Yeah, it's not showing me the first class price. Anyway, all right, so you got your listing. You're like, okay, I'm ready to sell my candle. It's on there. Or my apron. I'm ready to sell my apron. It's on there. And then 1 month goes by and 2 months go by. Get like 1, 2 sales a month on Etsy. Let's see. I was on Etsy for 2 years. I did not start selling anything more than 3, 4 a month until I did this. Go to erank.com. erank.com.
Spell it. Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
erank.com.
Yeah, I was a little skeptical at first, and I saw it in my Etsy sellers group in Facebook. Somebody mentioned it, and I checked it out. And what they do is they grade your Etsy listings based on other people's listings, and they have a lot of different things. But that's basically what I started out doing, is grading my listings. So you go to listings. Actually, that's competition. Never mind. Go to grades. Where's grades? Grades. All right, see how they got grades here? I am going, since I just put a listing up there, I'm going to refresh my data, and we're going to compare what I have now and to the new listing.
And this eRank, this is specifically for Etsy, right?
Yes. So when you sign up for eRank, it's free. So they have a lot of free options in there. And then you integrate. You go to Etsy settings and you integrate eRank with Etsy. It'll tell you how to do that when you go to upgrade your membership. I think it's like $9 a month. So I just refreshed my data. I got 4 listings, 3 of the ones I had before that are good grades, and one's not. So let's check out the grades. I didn't even get an F. It said you're beyond flunking. You're an E. You're an E. So, and my visibility, it's not even on the chart yet. It's not even at 0%. It's below 0%. Nobody is going to see this listing.
What did you do?
So,
that candle orange, probably.
Yeah. This is the best thing about eRank. It will tell you how to fix it.
Oh,
all right, so you go to your listing. It tells you your grade. It has suggestions, 4 suggestions, and you want to read all these, no tags found. So I didn't put any like keywords in there. So when somebody searches food candle, my listing's not gonna link up with their search. So there's no tags found. So I'm gonna add tags. Description is short, so I'm gonna lengthen my description. Title may be too short, so I'm gonna lengthen my title. Listing has no attributes, has no like substance. When I skipped all over the optional stuff,
right?
Yeah, your listing has less than 10 images. I didn't even know you needed 10 images, and then once I started putting 10, so when I started this, I had 2 sales in, like, my flea market closed, and that's when I was like, okay, hello, I gotta start selling online. I gotta get my online presence because of the COVID. I can't go out and sell at my markets anymore, so I have to go online. So I started researching this, and I had 2 sales in March, and then as soon as I did this, I did it on one listing. I got my one listing from E to A. And then I got a sale the very next day. And then I got all my listings, all like 15, 16 of my listings up to an A. And then I got 40 sales the next month. I went from 2 to 40.
Yeah.
All my percentages were like, yeah, you had a growth of 17,000%.
So
yeah.
under one listing, it's saying that you can add up to 10 pictures. I think that I don't know. I might try this. I don't know.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how well this works. The pictures do matter in Etsy. I would definitely do it. I would strongly suggest it. Also, once you upgrade, it will actually go through the SEO. Like you can keep track of keywords. You can, one thing that I did is a little tip for Etsy is you can track your competition.
You can do what?
You can track your competition. So Nature's Harvest Design, they're my competition for embeds. So I'm gonna go out to Nature's Harvest Design. They have 1750 sales. They do really good. Their sales rank is 32,000. They're selling more than 97% of Etsy. And then you can go out to their shop. And then, yeah, and it also actually tells you it tells you how many sales they're doing per day. Like you can sit there every day like, okay, they got 5 sales and I got 0. Why is that? And then you go out to their website and they're like, oh, well, their descriptions are like so much better than mine. So then you upgrade your descriptions. They have 10 photos on every one of their products. So, and I only have like 3 or 4. So I'm going to upgrade my photos. So then you get on their level and then you pass them up. I think when I was done, I was number 4. Out of all the food candles on Etsy, I was number 4 on sales.
That's good.
This is actually somebody in our group, and I forget who. I tagged him as a competition before I knew him in our group. That's my UPS guy. Do I get a package? Nope. I already got it outside. All right. I tagged him as competition before I knew you. All right. He may have something from me. Hold on. Yay! I got tape from my UPS guy. I got tape. My UPS guy is so cool. He gives me free stuff all the time. All right. Oh, they're on a short break. My UPS guy gave me tape.
Tape. Free tape?
Yeah, he always gives me free tape whenever he comes by. That's why
You're spoiled.
Yes, I am. I am. And I am spoiled because he's actually leaving for 2 months for knee surgery. And he's like, that's what he, not to tell me. He goes, I'm going to be gone for 2 months starting Friday. So the new guy, you're going to have to actually submit your pickup request because he won't just come by like I do.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, ah.
I
All
need
right.
like two, I need like 2 seconds, but you can talk, do your thing, but I'm gonna go get my coffee.
Okay.
But keep going.
Yeah, well, I'll keep going because I got the recorded thing going, but
Right.
I'll just pretend like you're listening.
I am listening. I mean, I am. I really am.
Well, actually, we can take a little break.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take a little break.
Okay, that's fine. Tell me what time.
3:15.
Okay, I'll be right back. Well, anyway, we're on a little break right now. Yeah. What time is it? I've been in class. Oh, okay. I'm going to class at 1 for us, but it'd be 2 o'clock. But I say class at 2, you're really class at 1. I'm one-on-one today. Nobody else came from the business side. Yeah, I'm learning a lot. I started eating on it last night. I found some food. Okay, it's about my time. Okay, no.
Constancia! You're muted.
Yeah, you left me out, but that's okay.
I sent the email. I sent my daily reminder. You didn't get your email?
Didn't get it.
Well, just for that, stay after class and I'll go over the cost matrix, which is the only thing that I pretty much covered, so.
No, but that's okay.
Hey, Constancia.
Hi, sweetie. Thank you for the response.
You're welcome. I've been meaning to get back with you, but okay, before we take over class.
No, go ahead. I'm making sure that Constancia is on my email list.
I am on your email list. You send me the form, the Excel form. I got that.
Oh, you got that?
We
get the reminder?
No.
I didn't either. I got I was like, wait a minute, I'm still in for one more class. I don't have $25 today. It was more so like for invoice shop now to registration. That's what I received.
Yeah, I got that.
Not like the regular link like I've been getting. I was like, I've kicked that already.
Well,
that's
no
probably
wonder
where
nobody. Well, no wonder nobody's at class because I didn't set out the reminder. Hey, I need somebody to remind me to remind you.
I see Melinda on Facebook, Tasha on Facebook. I'm like, why y'all not in class?
They all came yesterday.
Yeah.
They're like, I already went over that stuff. I don't need it. I think I put Melinda asleep yesterday. She was like,
in class. I'm letting you know you're not putting me to sleep. My eye is still messed up from when I sniffed the candle. I was in the store and I popped the top and I sniffed.
Blame it on the allergies. Blame it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm okay. Oh. No, it's good information.
Well, I'm glad you guys joined me today because I would have been talking to air if you guys didn't come. I need to practice that because I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of the videos, edited videos now for the VIP class or VIP club.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off. Ooh. Want to see something cool?
Yes.
My first video of the VIP club is going to be how to make the perfect margarita. And this is the main feature. It's a wax. This is a wax lime. See?
Are those for sale?
The silicone mold is, yeah. I just made my first one. I'm so excited because nobody out there has a lime wedge silicone mold that actually looks good. Nobody.
Yeah. I need that.
Yeah,
young lady asked for a lime candle.
And I made one for a custom order, and it was a Geisela. I think you know her, Geisela. She's in our group. She does like the Sense by Heaven.
Yeah.
That's her, yeah, that's her company name. She does like videos and stuff like that. But she ordered, she was like, she said had the same problem. She was like, hey, these lines don't look good. Can you give me something that looks good? And I was like, well, is this good enough?
You did the coloring.
I even did the
Paint it.
what's that?
Did you paint that?
I
rim?
painted it, yeah. I painted it and I used a new technique that's gonna be in my video.
Ooh.
I know exactly what you're thinking. I already know what you're thinking. Sophia doesn't have to work because she's already signed up for October.
I'm thinking I need some money. I gotta go. I need to apologize to my mom.
What did you do?
What did you do?
She always bait me in and kind of switch, you know, when it's time for her to pay for her order. She kind of likes to start a little argument.
Yeah.
And depending on how I respond to her, she either gets her order immediately with a tip, or she waits me out and kind of make me like, Mom, I did all this work for you. You have your order. Pay me. I need money for this, this, and this, and this, and this. And she may try to start it again, and I'll be quiet then. I've learned my lesson. But it's a 6-month pattern, and I'm right at the point to where, okay, Mom, I'm just gonna have to find somebody else to be my mom because I can't. Look, the latest argument, we were debating being in a doctor's office with cell phones ringing and people talking on the phone. My stance is, I think that it's etiquette, it's nice, it's proper for you to have your phone on silent or vibrate. And when you take your call, you know, step out. But all that, everybody's phone is ringing in the waiting room and everyone's talking on their phone in the waiting room. Okay, we're at the doctor's office. People are sick here. Even though you might be here for your regular checkup, somebody here might be really, really sick with a migraine, whatever. So, you know, you should be courteous. Well, she want to go into, she's not missing her calls and all this kind of stuff. So.
All right, before I put you on YouTube, let's get back to class.
Okay.
Get you famous again.
I don't want to be famous. I just want to make and sell candles and love. That's all I want.
That's all I want.
It should be this hard and get some money.
All right, so Constancia, I actually have an agenda today.
Yeah.
And we're going over Etsy right now. So we already went over the cost matrix and the wholesale. And I'm going over a must-have if you sell on Etsy. And it's called erank.com. And what it does is it rates and gives you suggestions on how to improve your listings to get more traffic. I went from $5 a day. You can actually get pretty decent traffic from like just $1 a day on Etsy. I was not getting traffic, so I bumped mine up to $5 a day, which was, I was only selling like 1 or 2 candles a month. And $5 a day is a lot when you're only selling 1 or 2 candles a month. And I had to do something, so I went to eRank and I improved my listings, and I got so much traffic that I didn't even need $1 anymore. I put my advertising down to 0, and I still got 40 sales the next month. So improving your listings, putting 10 really quality pictures on your listings, and putting very, very good keywords on there. And the key thing that you have to remember when you're doing keywords in Etsy is what are people going to search for? And you don't want to repeat keywords. Like if you have blue, you don't want to do like blue drink candle and then blue Hawaiian. Then you have blue like 3 times. You don't want to do that. Also, you don't want to have just one word. You want to have, they used to have it where you could only have 2 words, but now they have where you can have 2 nouns or adjectives and 1, I don't even know, I failed English. So of, and, the, and or, you can have all those. I don't know what those are called, but you can have one of those. So now you can have 3. So I would actually use up to 3, definitely up to 3 on your keywords and fill the whole keywords up. And then also another trick is linking your keywords to your title. If you have pie candle in your keywords, put pie candle in your title as well. And if your title and your keywords match, you actually get ranked higher in the listings. So, and then it's a good idea to, once you like tweak your listings based on the E-rank suggestions, once you tweak it, go out to Etsy, do your search, and try to find your listings and see like how close to the top and how close to the first page you're getting. And you can kind of play around with it too. You can say, well, I don't know if this is gonna work. This keyword, it actually keeps track of the keywords, like how many people are actually using that keyword. How many people are using the keywords food candle? A ton of them. So now, do I want to use food candle? I think I'll do novelty candle instead of food candle. Not as many people are using novelty, so when somebody searches for novelty, my listing will get up higher. Those are some tricks that I did, and as soon as I did it, my sales went through the roof. So that actually got me started on everything, on all the stuff I'm doing now. That E-rank, I owe it all to E-rank. If I could tip them, I would. So that's Etsy. That's Etsy. I went through the listings, the shipping, everything. I think I went through everything. Do you have any questions about Etsy, Sabrina?
I don't.
No?
I'm here. I just had to let my dog out.
Okay.
I don't.
Are you gonna be selling on Etsy or no?
I'm thinking about it because you're introducing it, and I want to at least try everything that you suggesting, and I don't have an online presence, you know.
Well, let's get you a present. Constantina, are you planning on selling on Etsy at all?
It's not something I have considered, especially because shipping out of here is so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I will have to really think about it.
Do you have
a lot
of like tourist shops and markets and stuff like that?
Hotels.
And wholesale? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will actually cover that today too. So you're in for a treat. Next up is website.
That's where I'm at. Where
So
I'm stuck.
Once you start getting a lot of orders on Etsy, I think I was right around 200, 225 orders. I had like 115 orders my last month that I was on Etsy. I was like, the percentages for the advertising especially the offsite ads, because I had maximized my traffic for the listings that I had, and I wasn't adding any more because I had like a ton of candles on there. And I was pretty happy with my Etsy is a perfect place to test your candles. If you want to see how popular your candles are going to be before you go to a market or a really, really nice arts and craft fair or something like that, Etsy's perfect for that because it keeps track of how many people, not only how many people view your listings, but people will favorite your listings, and they keep track of that, and they have like demographics for that as well. So it's really good to test out new candles. But once you get up to more than 30 or 40 sales a month, a good idea would be to switch to a website because you'll go down considerably in fees. Now, when you go to a website, there's two ways you can do it. You can either build your own website, or you can go to a website host. GoDaddy.com is basically it's a website host / build your own. They don't have a lot of options for you, and they do give you a chance to pay to build a website. But it's basically GoDaddy.com is like building a website. Shopify is a website host. So what they do is they will host your website and like provide all this stuff for a fee a month. And then they take a certain percentage out of your sales.
Ooh.
And it's really, really low. It's like 1 or 2%. So it's not very much at all. It's way lower than Etsy's. I know that. I know I was super happy when the first time I got my fee taken out for a really good payout for Shopify. I was like, oh my God, this is so much better. Yes, I like this. So yeah, but Shopify, I would actually recommend Shopify. I went to 5 different websites. I went to Weebly, I went to Square, I went to Wix, I went to another one, and then Shopify. And Shopify actually gives you the ability. Sabrina, you already have a Shopify, so you probably passed this up, but they give you an option to build your website before you start paying your monthly payment. And once you're ready, once you've built your website and you have everything set and you have your listing set and you have menu and all this stuff and your links and all that, and you're like, okay, I'm ready. Then you can start paying your membership on Shopify. And it ranges anywhere from like $20 to the middle one's 70 some, $72, and there's a top tier one. Yeah. And it gives you like employee accounts and different stuff once you get bigger. They have the most room for growing. Once you've gotten like really big, they definitely have options for you. The other websites don't. They also have apps. Apps are awesome. Everybody has apps on their phone, and it's just like that. If you go to Shopify and you're like, okay, I need options on my listings, they have the app for that. So they have a lot of free ones, and then a lot of them have like a subscription. So it just depends on like what app you like, what app you use, what is necessity, what you like, and stuff like that. So that's website hosting. Either or, whether you build your website or you get your website hosted, you're going to want a website domain. The domains are separate. A lot of both sides, both the GoDaddy.com and Shopify, both sides offer the service of getting you a domain. What they do is they go out and they apply for your domain for you. A lot of people don't know that. You can actually go out and just get your domain and then transfer your domain wherever you want. Some websites like Shopify, I found this out the hard way. They charge to transfer. So you pay for your domain somewhere else, and then you want to transfer it to Shopify, they charge you again. Kind of annoying, but oh well. So if you go with Shopify, I'll go with Shopify first and get your domain through them so you don't have to pay twice. And domains just, if you don't want to see myshopify.com in front of your store name, and you just want like the candlechef.com, that's what the domain is.
Okay, so I think that I did that already. I did. Okay. I think I got a domain through Google, and it's linked to my Shopify. But I could have got my own domain from Shopify. I didn't have to do all of that.
Right.
Okay. I kind of went backwards.
The minimum you need to have somebody build your website for you is like $300-400. It is super, super expensive to get somebody, a developer, to build your website. So if you know somebody that is real tech handy and really good at computers, definitely take advantage of that because it is expensive. And it takes a while. It took me I'm really computer savvy. And it took me like 3 weeks to learn Shopify. So
right about now, I need to budget about $700 to the Candle Chef for VIP access, modes, and website development.
I'll just put you to work. I'll just put you to work. I will. Put you to work. I'll take care of you.
You need about 10 pies today?
Now you're working for me now.
Okay.
You're gonna make me 10 pies.
Okay. And you got the website and the taxes and okay.
Yep. I'll get all of that for you.
What'd you say, Constancia?
Giving you all what you need.
Anything you need.
I don't even know what I need.
I do. You need a good support group, which you have.
Constancia, I'm so glad you came to class today.
All right, no crying in class. We got our crying done out last class.
Yep. No. Yeah. Okay.
Just maybe a couple tears.
So Shopify is recommended over the GoDaddy.com, right?
And the Wix.
And the Wix. Wix will taunt you with good prices, but their options and apps literally suck.
Wow.
They do not have good options. I've compared the two, and my sister actually paid for a year of Wix without telling me for her business. She rents out RVs to campers. But she paid for a whole year, and then when I talked to her, I was like, wait, you got Wix? Why did you go with Shopify? She was like, I need your help. I'm like, but I'm with Shopify because Wix is bad. I didn't learn Wix. I learned Shopify. Why didn't you go with Shopify? I was like, I know Shopify, I don't know Wix. Anyway, but yeah, so that's website hosting and building your own website and domains. Next on the agenda is what is next? Advertising. So you built your website, you built your online presence, but then nobody's coming to your website. You got to get traffic somewhere. Best place to get traffic is through Facebook. So the steps you need to take is first get a business page. Once you have a business page, you want to fill your business page up with pictures of your product. I'm not putting you to sleep in my Constancia.
No.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. You want to get all your pictures up there. You want to do like daily posts and build your community. And at first, it's all going to be based on likes on your business page. In order to get likes, it's going to be rough. In the beginning, it's always rough when you're building your community, because at the start, you're kind of like talking to yourself. You're like doing posts and like nobody's seeing them. You get like one like. Like, man, why am I doing this? It's rough. It's tough. And let me tell you when that ends. So right about in between 200 and 400 likes is when you start getting feedback. So it's going to be rough until about 400 likes. And then right around 500 likes is the point. It's like the tipping point. So you're going to advertise, you're going to pay for likes up to 400 likes on your business page. And then after 400, maybe 500, then you're going to start getting organic likes. People that generally have seen your site or word of mouth or something like that. And then they go out to your website and you start seeing, oh, I'm getting likes without advertising. So you can stop your advertising for website likes or for Facebook likes. And then you start advertising your listings on your website. So as soon as you start getting people coming to your Facebook, then you advertise. It takes a while, maybe like a month or two, but to get going. But once it does, it slowly gets better, and you can keep track of your progress and your growth. As long as you keep growing, that's my goal. I don't care if it's 1%. As long as I'm doing better than yesterday, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of went backwards. It would have been better if my website was already active before I got a Facebook page, because like you're talking about likes, I think like my business Facebook page, it has like 400, almost 400 likes or maybe followers. I don't even know.
Oh yeah. So
and every now and then someone.
You're right at that tipping point where you're gonna start seeing traffic. So now you need to start listing, getting some really gorgeous candles on your website, and then start advertising on Facebook. So when you have a business page, you can click add advertisement, and then you can actually pick your demographic. You can pick your Facebook is #1 as far as selecting your audience when you do advertising. They have the most data out of everybody out there.
What do you think about the boosting posts option?
I would not boost posts until you are established and you don't need to advertise your listings anymore. As soon as you get busy enough to where you don't have to advertise your listings, then you start boosting. Now you're just looking for popularity because you already have enough business coming in, you can't do any more. And now you're just looking for more people to get interested into your community. And then as soon as you, like the step after that, that's where I'm at right there. And the step after that is as soon as you get enough people in your community, then you go to like YouTube, the bigger platforms.
I don't want to be on YouTube.
And then you start really getting out there and trying to go viral.
I don't want to go viral. I've already went viral.
No, I'm not talking about Reddit. I'm talking about viral the good way, you know, getting business and all that.
Yes, I'm with it. I'm with it.
But yeah. Or if you get enough business and you like your community, like I do, I love my community. I absolutely love my community. I miss my local community. I had a really good community when I was at my permanent flea booth, not flea booth, flea market booth.
Yeah.
I had people coming like every week, and I would actually look forward to seeing them every week. You know, give them hugs and it was like, oh, we talk and stuff like that. And I had a really big group of people. It was getting really good, and then bam, the flea market that's been open for 50 years said, oh, we're not only closing, we're closing for good, and we're selling the property.
Wow.
That's just so sad.
Yeah, they've been open for 50 years. They're like a Florida, the number one flea market, number one market in the whole entire state. They had like 12,000 people going through that flea market a month. It was super, super popular. And I don't know. It was family owned, and they said, I don't know, probably something happened to the family and they just couldn't do it anymore. But anyway, I'm old. What was I talking about?
Flea market closing down.
Okay. Flea market. Oh, the people. I miss my local community. I really, and I'm actually starting up a local market either this week or next week, because I'm not doing classes anymore, which opens me up for markets and stuff like that. So I get my local community back. I miss them. They miss me. They're like, we miss seeing you at Wagon Wheel. Advertising. So other than Facebook, I would advertise through Pinterest.
Pinterest.
And then Pinterest is kind of expensive, but it's worth, and it's also time consuming. Very, very time consuming, because you actually have to build your audience, and you have to actually like other people's pins and boards and collaborate on boards and stuff like that. It's pretty time consuming. You have to do a lot of networking with Pinterest.
And that's the thing that takes up the time. Sometimes you want to just, concentrate on doing the candles or whatever, and then you have the social media to take care of, and there's not enough hours in a day.
Right? I'm dealing with that every day. Yeah. So when you find a solution to that, let me know.
I thought I had the solution, right? Okay.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter, she is a media planner, but she is still in Costa Rica. So, it's like, when are we going to get for you to do what you have to do for me and whatever? Okay, Saturday mornings. No, she has a boyfriend, so they know. So, I say, okay, so do you think you could find some time? Okay, you take the pictures, send them to me, and I will tweak them and whatever. And this morning I was like, hey, come on, what happened? You know, so
That's what I'm going through.
yes,
Look,
Constancia,
Constancia,
everybody goes through that with family,
I have
including
five. I
me.
have 5 children, 11 grandchildren, and I'm still standing alone.
no, I mean,
Uh,
the one that is here with me, she is a pastry chef. And it's I was like, Jadine, could you please, okay, when I get back from work. But then she get back from work,
She's
she
mhm.
have
tired.
order to do something. So it's like, okay, I'm on my own.
Right.
So in that case, what I would suggest is setting up a advertising schedule. On Facebook, there's an option where you can just run a continuous ad.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would start out with a dollar ad and then actually do like 5 or 6, like 7 different ads. Once you find out which ad does the best as far as response and interactions, then you do a continuous ad, drop all the rest, and then raise it up to like maybe, depending on how much volume you want to do, and your budget. But my budget started out right around $5 to $10 a day. Now it's like about $30 to $40 a day. I don't think I need to go any more than $30 a day. I'm actually at the point where I need to cut back on advertising and start focusing on getting my stuff done and better processes
And
on
shipping.
and yes, and shipping and getting
Shipping.
volume. I need to get more volume out. I have the product, I have the quality, I have all the process in line, but I can't make the volume that I need. So that's
When
what
you
I'm
say
dealing with.
volume,
Yeah, volume. I got a lot of wholesale orders, a lot of big orders. Like right now, right this very second, I am working on a $450 order for a local shop.
yeah.
They want a lot of candles.
So in other words, you need to get yourself a few, some thousand of square feet.
Yes, I want to get a candle bakery.
And who works for you?
Yes. So I have plans for January to get an actual candle bakery. And it's going to be like a regular bakery, but it's not going to have any food in there. It's going to be all candles. So all the displays and the pies and the cupcake case. It's going to look like when people come in, they're going to be like, yeah, I'll take a cupcake. And I'm going to be like, you want that with a wick or without? And they're going to be like, wait, is that a candle? I was hungry, goddammit, and they're gonna walk out real mad. They're gonna be like, that's cruel. That's cruel. But I mean, like, and then they're gonna come back and be like, that's cool. I want one.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna set it up with a lot of glass and a lot of lights, and it's gonna be cool. In the back, it's gonna be a really big area to where I can set up an assembly line with all my industrial wax warmers, and it's gonna like go around in a circle. I'm just gonna go in a circle. Anytime I do a candle, just go in a circle.
And
It's gonna be
next door,
awesome.
you have the classroom.
What's that?
That's what I was going to say.
And next door, you will have the classroom.
Oh yeah, yeah. Have the Candle Chef Bakery, and then Candle Chef Academy.
Okay.
I want to have something like where for a date night, like couples can come in and make candles or something like that together or something. I don't know.
That's actually a perfect idea, and I actually experimented that on Etsy.
Yeah.
somebody had asked me, why don't you do something for like groups and parties and weddings, or do
Yeah,
something for date night?
like the
And I was like, ooh, date night. I could do that. And then I did this little kit, right? It was really cool. It was really, really sweet. It was this kit. They got two cherry champagne, they looked like actual champagne glasses, and that they were actual candles. So I sent that to them. And then I sent them a little thing of the wax and the dyes and the
yeah,
wicks and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so they could light the candles, the champagne candles, while they made candles together. And I sent a little instruction guide to make the pies. I sent them the tins and the pie crusts and all that. And the I think I sold like 8 or 9 of them, and I got so much feedback on that. They're like, "Dude, you made my anniversary a hit."
See,
There's a couple like testimonies. It was cool. That's a really good idea.
why did you stop that?
Because I stopped Etsy.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Eventually, I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back. I just don't like with the holidays coming up. I don't know. I'm more into the holiday mood rather than the romantic mood. In February, like right around Valentine's Day, I'll probably bring it
Yeah.
back.
Sounds
Here I
good.
am. I can't stop just talking to you guys. I'm I'm getting sidetracked.
But that's good.
You guys are so fun. I love you guys. All
Love
right.
it too.
You helped me with the Facebook thing,
Yes. Oh, that's where I was at.
the
So
advertising schedule.
yeah, advertising schedule. Get your advertising schedule and do a continuous advertisement, and you won't need anything else. You won't need anything else. That's all you need, and then word of mouth. And make sure you do handwritten thank you notes and then samples out to people. Um, if you're gonna do food candles, the perfect sample is those little tiny mini 3.5 ounce mini mason jars, and you can get them at webrestaurantstore.com. Let me show you. These right here, they're a Copa Rustic Charm, 4.75 ounces.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and I got the idea of my samples off of this picture, this very picture. And they have so and you guys are learning how to do the whipped cream, and you guys have the embeds and the sprinkles. It's so easy to do these. And they don't cost very much at all because it's just soy wax and a couple embeds.
Yeah, my problem right now in not doing the whip as yet is that I don't have 444. So I will have to use what I have until, I get that.
What are you whipping with, Constancia?
I am not whipping because you all said the best thing to use is 444. And what I have is 464.
I whip with 464.
You can still whip with 464.
Okay, and I make a big mistake and I purchased 415 that it is sitting there because it is no good.
Yeah, it's an all natural wax. It doesn't have any additives. It doesn't have any like oil.
Wow.
If you want, are you planning on having like an all natural candle?
Yeah.
If you ever have like an all natural candle line, definitely use the 415. 415 with the Eco Wicks, and you can market that as a 100% all natural candle.
But it doesn't work for me because the times that I have used it, the tap is not smooth, it's bumpy.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
That's because of the it's because of it not having any of the additives. You can also get mineral oil, coconut oil. You can add that to it, and that'll actually help the tops. You can do a double pour. You can heat gun the tops. If you heat gun the tops, you have to be careful of the temperature changes because you'll get a lot of frosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of frosting if you use the heat gun. So I would do like a double pour, like keep like a little tiny bit of room at the top. And then,
I tested something last week, mixing half 415 and no, I did 80% 415 and 20% 6006.
oh yeah,
And it came out perfect. So I just have to wait until Monday to burn to see what happens.
yeah. Actually, yeah. I do that with all my waxes. I enhance all my other waxes with 6006 because 6006 is like the miracle
Yeah.
wax. It like makes anything it touches and turns
And
everything.
today at Candle Science, I was trying to purchase 6006 plus 444, two boxes, and just the shipping with Candle Science is $215.
No. I can.
So I'm trying to get see if they could send it to Miami, and from Miami it comes through the boat.
How much was my first package?
I don't remember.
Was it a lot?
Yeah.
There was a lot to ferry.
No, the package that you sent me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So it's reasonably priced.
It was 60 something.
Why don't I do the same thing for you as I do for Susan? Susan has the same problem because the customs. She has to deal with customs, and customs charges her an arm and a leg. So whenever she orders from me, I send her out like 10 pounds of 444. I have a shipment coming for the silicone molds for you this week. So why don't I just add 10 pounds of 444 to that?
Okay, and you just charge me, tell me how much it is, that's it.
Yeah, and then I won't charge you any extra for the shipping, and then that way you avoid the shipping from Candle Science.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Gracias.
De nada.
I wonder how much it would cost from Texas to you to ship you some stuff, Constancia.
Sweetie, I don't know. So it's like anybody who tell me they're shipping for me, I tell them, don't you go ahead. If you see anything, you ship it to me and you tell me, I send you the money order.
Texas, probably more than Florida, because Florida's a lot closer to the Virgin Islands.
To the water, yeah.
The company that actually ferries it over to the Virgin Islands is in Miami.
Yeah.
And it's really cheap for me to send to Miami because I'm like 4 hours away from Miami. So yeah, but anyway, for the samples, yeah, I'll send you some 444. You'll be able to whip these up and you can have some samples.
Do you whip it? Do you whip this thing? The rustic charm?
Yeah. Yeah. You can do all different things. Let me show you some examples. I'm gonna go into my 2,700 pictures. Product photos, finals, samples. So we got these right here. Come on, computer. Get on my level, computer. There we go. You can do all kinds of things. Like this one, let's see, that one right there is pumpkin spice. This is French vanilla. This is hazelnut. This is birthday cake. This is I did chocolate strawberry vanilla for a cosmic. What do you call it? A Neapolitan. Yeah, a Neapolitan. This one's like
Un
strawberry.
napolitano.
What's that?
Un napolitano.
Una Politano.
Napolitano.
All different things you can do with these. These are just my first ones. I didn't have a lot of whip toppings on those. I need to put more. And then this is as soon as I made my first like 15, and then I sold them by the pack. Somebody local was like, "Oh, give me those." She bought them all. I put them in this box. She came by and I gave them to her. I was like, "Enjoy." Yeah.
Wow.
That's something you can do with those samples. So if you're doing word of mouth samples, stuff like that, I don't think you'll need any more than just one continuous ad on Facebook for your website.
I'm excited.
All right, so if you want to dabble into the market, it's actually a totally separate market of younger people. You can't do it through Facebook because nobody under 25 has a Facebook. They don't even have Facebook. They have Instagram. They have Snapchat.
Right.
They have
the
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yep. They have all those. They have all the things that don't even make sense.
It does. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, I want to join a community that you just send a picture to and nothing else. Thanks for the picture.
That's it.
And then that's it. And you only get access to the picture for like a certain amount of time.
Right.
And it goes away and it's like, well, that was fun.
But you know what? That makes them like stay on, you know, so you don't miss anything. So they're real active with that.
That's their hook.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that it's going to go away in a short time, so you're always on it.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't market to them, so I don't have any experience, and I don't have anything to teach you about that. I like older people. Millennials drive me nuts. Millennials drive me nuts. So you're on your own for that one.
Like my kid, she made me an Instagram, but I don't know what it is.
So for point of sale is Square is your friend. Square is like the biggest point of sale website out there. When you're selling at markets and face-to-face and with cash and stuff like that, you'll want a good point of sale system. And Square is very good because you can do an app on your phone. As soon as you sign up, they give you a free little adapter to plug into your phone, and it's a credit card reader on the app on the phone. So when you take an order, not only are you putting in the number, like the amount, you're also clicking, you can also pick the product that they're buying, and then it goes out to your Square account and it keeps track of your sales. your sales tax, keeps track of all that stuff. And at first, I was just taking cash in. I was like, here, yeah, okay, I'll just take all this cash. And then when I got legit, my accountant was like, okay, where's your receipts? What receipts? I don't have any receipts. So I had to go back and make up receipts for like $2,000.
I have to make receipts.
So yeah, if you start up a market and you start taking cash, either deny you took the cash or just enter it in this system, the Square system. The Square system works. As soon as I started the Square system and started keeping track online, my visits with my accountant wasn't a headache anymore. So yeah, and it's totally integratable with your bank and your website, Shopify, if you do Shopify, integratable with that. So that's your point of sale. And then, one thing that I'm getting from my International Arts and Crafts Fair coming up in October is I'm gonna get those the point of sale. It looks like an iPad. So, and it comes on like a little stand, so you can put it on your table, and then people can go up to the little.
Swipe.
They can either swipe, and they can actually order your stuff right there on the point of sale, kind of like they're at a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, they
So
just get.
So like a little cash register.
Yeah. I think it's like 50 or 60 bucks, and that's the upgrade for the free. If you don't want to do the iPad looking thing, you can just get the little free adapter and just run cards through your phone. Yeah.
And how much do you say that is that monthly?
Square, it's free, and then what they do is, I think 3%. I think they charge you like 2 to 3%. It's a little bit more than PayPal. You can also go through PayPal for point of sale.
Yeah, but you know what I learned with PayPal, because I do the PayPal. When you attach the information from PayPal to Facebook, Facebook
Yeah.
does not boost that.
Oh. I didn't
PayPal.
think about that.
Hold
I
your
didn't think about
stuff.
that. I was actually considering switching from Square and trying out PayPal, because one of my other vendor friends, he uses PayPal and he recommended it. That's good to know. Since I do all my advertising through Facebook, if they're not interlinkable, then I don't want to use them. That's good to know. LLC, and so when you go to get legit and your EIN number, LLC and EIN, IRS, the federal government, gives a requirement amount for handcrafted items, and it's up to like $5,000 to $7,000. But each and every state has different rules, and those actually, if they're under that amount, then those actually override the government amount. So if you make over a certain amount in a certain year, then the IRS says you have to get an EIN number. So if you haven't gotten your EIN number or your LLC, and you've made over $5,000, then I would definitely check with your government and the IRS to see what you need to do. If you don't, IRS is gonna be knocking on the door and giving you an audit. I mean, audits aren't fun. My sister had to go through an audit. And she had this file that she kept all her receipts in. And the IRS does not go by paper receipts anymore.
No.
No. You have to have everything digitalized, everything photocopied and scanned. They won't take like a box of receipts anymore. So that's pretty much the only thing I can tell you about the LLC. That's what I learned because I just got my LLC July 1st. Yeah, I just now, like May, I just started making money in May, then June, and then I started making more money. I was like, oh, I should probably report this to the IRS. So then I got my LLC, and a lot of people, they will get their, like, I'll see in our DIY group that people are like, yay, I got my LLC, and now I can launch. And I'm like, you haven't been selling at all? You're allowed to sell as a hobby and start up your business without an LLC. You don't have to spend, like for Florida, it's like $200 to $270 for LLC, depending on if you have somebody file for you or not. In California, it's $600. No, it's $800 for an LLC for California. That is a lot of money. Starting up a candle business, you have to have pots, you have to have wax, you have to have all this stuff. Starting a candle business is expensive. Very, very expensive for all the equipment you need, and especially for food candles, because for food candles, you have almost like 4 or 5 times the amount of somebody just doing container candles. So if you can avoid the LLC costs until you start actually making money, I would suggest doing that rather than getting your LLC first before you're making money. Trademark versus copyright. So trademark is categories. If you want all your pies and candles to be trademarked under the category of candles and your name, your business, then you can do that. Copyright is if, let's say you're selling pies, you can get them all trademarked under your name, like the pictures and stuff. But when you go to copyright, it's, if you copyright a pie, the next pie that you make is not going to be copyrighted. That specific pie is copyrighted. It's like very specific artistic things that are unique that you can copyright. You can copyright literary things that are unique. You can copyright like artistic stuff. Like if you create a model of the pie out of wax, you can copyright that. You can copyright photos as long as none of the pictures, or all the pictures originated from you, and you took the pictures, not somebody else. There's a lot of rules and stipulations. But I made the mistake of, you guys are gonna learn from my mistake. Made the mistake of copywriting my logo, my name. I wanted to trademark the candle shop, but I didn't know about the differences between trademarking and copywriting, so I copyrighted it and didn't trademark it. And then when I got my LLC, I learned the difference between trademark and copyright. Oh, I should have just trademarked it. I didn't have to spend $65. I could have just trademarked it, and I could have added all my other stuff under my trademark. So I definitely, oh, if you go to DIY, the DIY group that we are in, DIY beginners and advanced candle making, they have a recent post. It's a live video of Jess Stanley and a trademark specialist. So if you need any information on trademarking your name, logo, anything, candles, go to that video. She has a lot of really good information. I think it's still up there in his announcements.
I hope so.
All right, so you're on Etsy, you got your website, you got your cost matrices, you got your inventory, you're ready to go, and you're ready to go to the markets and pop-up markets and events and trade shows and stuff like that and craft shows. I can tell you my experience with the flea market, and I can tell you how to get into the event arena. Any more than that, I have not. I've yet to experience this is my first year of going to trade shows for the holidays. I I have so many lined up. I'm excited.
How do you find them?
That's the thing. For events and trade shows, you can either go to websites that actually they're like festivals. I think it's festival.com. If you look up festival.com, you can get memberships where they collect event information for vendors just like yourself. So if any events come up in your zip code, then it'll pop up in a search in those websites. Also, how I got my event set up is I went through an event coordinator, and the event coordinator that I go through, her name's Wendy, and I got her because one of my vending buddies at one of the markets I went to goes through her, and he highly recommended her. He was like, "Hey man, if you need any events in Tampa, she's the person you go to." And these event coordinators, what they do is that's their job. Is to keep track of all the events in the area and let vendors know what the application fees are, what the deposits are, what dates they are, what kind of products you need, what kind of booths you need to set up. They know all that stuff. That's their job. And the events actually pay her to coordinate vendors for them. And I went through her through a friend, and I asked her, I was talking with her, I was like, I'm doing a class on how to sell at market, but I found you through a friend. How would I find you if I didn't find you through a friend? And she said, if you go to Instagram and Facebook and you search event coordinators and then put your zip code in, you can actually get a list you can start contacting event coordinators that come up in your search. You also Google your zip code and event coordinator. You may want to do like a keyword for arts and crafts or candles or something like that, and get a more specific event coordinator. But as soon as you get one that's really good and it has keeps track of all the events in your area, you won't ever need another event coordinator. You can just go through that one person all the time.
What is your recommendation on vetting that particular person? Like, what am I?
Cross-reference the events that they have and they give you to your own searches. So if you do a search for, let's say, if you do a search for events in Tampa, arts and craft shows in Tampa, and then you see like lists and things to do come up on the website, or on the search on Google, then you cross-reference. Okay, are they matching up? Stuff like that. And then also you need to call the actual place. If you have a new event coordinator and he says, oh, the deposits are $50 each per day, then you call the actual place that's having the event and say, hey, well, how much are the deposits? And then you match the numbers, and if they match, then it's fine.
Gotcha. Is it common for the event coordinator to like tax you on that?
No, because they get paid by the event. They don't get paid by you. You don't pay the coordinator.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the event itself will say it to the coordinator, and they'll work it out with the coordinator. Like, hey, if you promote my event, we'll give you this much money or whatever. I don't know how they work it out, but they work it out. So that's how you find craft shows. Now for flea markets, that's easy. I know flea markets. I know flea markets front and backwards. Flea markets, you have different types of markets. You have the actual flea markets, which people come with like $5, $10, $20, and they're looking for a deal. They're looking for a deal. And then you have the higher end markets where it's more for like the arts and crafts and higher end stuff. And they have a higher end they have people come in with like $100 to $200 in their pocket ready to buy something. So that's when you go back to your cost matrix. If you have somebody with $20, you only want to charge like 2.5, three times the cost. If you're at a higher end market, like this market that I've been waiting on a wait list to get in for a year, they have a year waiting list to get into this market for vendors. And I've been on the list for like 4 months. So I still have like 8 months to go. But as soon as I go in there, I know for a fact that the average cost and price for an item, a handcrafted item, is like $35, $40. And if you charge less than that, the customers won't even buy it. They're like, oh, no, that's not worth my time. They actually want to pay more at these markets. They want, if you're not charging a lot, then they're probably thinking it's cheap, and no, I don't want it. They want the expensive stuff. They're there for the expensive stuff. So that's when you charge up to 7 times the cost, sometimes even 8 or 9 if you get lucky. But yeah. So it ranges in between like 2.5 to 7, depending on, you have to really, really read your audience and see how much they're willing to pay. Like it probably took about 3 weeks of keeping track of my sales to see, because I kept changing my prices every week. Well, this one didn't sell, so I'm gonna do it a little bit less. This one sold a lot, so I'm gonna raise the price. And flea market's actually really good for testing out your pricing, because it's all new people. They're not gonna get mad that you raise the prices, because they're all single serve customers. You only see them like once until you start getting a following. Then they're like, hey, wait a minute, that was $10 last week. Oh, yeah.
I experienced that last week. It's like, you might not remember me, but I'm a follower. I follow this group. I seen you last week. I bought from you last week. I'm like,
oh, what price did I give you then? Yeah, that's how much it is. Yeah.
Right.
Another thing, another tip that I can give you guys is okay, yeah, I'm a nerd. I keep track of numbers and everything. I keep track of everything, down to, if you were to see my actual cost matrix and the 15 spreadsheets and the algorithms and calculations that I have, I don't even want to show you guys. You might think something's wrong with me. But I kept track of my sales and my pricing and my price guides and all that stuff. And my sales actually went up, I'm going to say 30%. 30%. It was actually 28.5%. 30%. It went up 30% when I did this. So when you get your pricing list for all your candles, and you have all your prices, put another column in there and put a 2 for column.
What column?
A twofer. So this is what a twofer is. You have your price, let's say $15 for a pie. And then you have, but it's 2 for $20.
Oh, okay.
My business skyrocketed when I started doing twofers. Everybody was getting twos. I was like, whoa, why haven't I been doing this? And once you start doing, oh, by the way, if you get 2 of those, you get this much off. Oh, okay, that's cool. Can I mix and match? Can I get one of these?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you $5 off. But yeah, when you're at markets, it's definitely a bargaining market. Once you start doing the twofers, you're gonna start rocking it. And as soon as I started doing the twofers, I was selling out every week. I'd actually, one weekend, all the vendors around me got really pissed at me. Really mad at me because they were stuck there all weekend with no sales. And I sold, like, when you go on Saturday and Sunday, I sold out. We came on Saturday. They'd all get there early. I'd like roll in about 10 o'clock, 10:30.
That's me.
And I sold out at like 2 o'clock.
Right.
Like 70 candles. I had a mob. It started out with like 4 people, and then 8 people, and then 12 people, and then it's like everybody was looking at every single candle, and they're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah.
And they're smelling and smelling.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the process of making fruit candles, and I was making jokes like, hey, there's 0 calories too, you know. You don't want to eat that. You're going to fart and waxes for a week. You know, just, you know, shooting the shit.
I can't wait to take some dessert candles out just to test the water. But I do pretty good with the melt bar and my basic container candles, but I don't know. I don't know what the novelty candles are gonna do. A lot of people like the stuff that I post on Facebook, but I don't know.
People, this is what happens. This is how you get them in with dessert foods. They walk by and they're like, and they just stand there looking at it. They're trying to determine whether or not it's real or not. And then you're like, you want to smell it? And they're like, wait a minute, is that food? I'm like, yep. No, that's not food. That's not food. That's not to eat unless you want to fart wax for a week. And then you get them, joking around, and then they're smelling it, and then you tell them the process of how you make them and stuff like that. It's like, oh yeah, next week I'm coming out with like these sundaes or brownie delights, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually took one weekend. I took my one of my burners and gel wax, and I had like 10 or 15 pies that I made up and everything except the gel wax. So I'd heat up the gel wax, and then I'd actually make the pies in front of the customers. I have everything set up, and I have my little embed silicone molds set up all over, and I'd bring my paraffin, and I'd make the embeds. Because I was having trouble finding the time to make all this inventory for every weekend, because I kept selling out. And I was like, well, I'll just do my embeds while I'm selling. So I just took all my silicone molds to the flea market and started making stuff there, and everybody would gather around, and a lot of the vendors did not like me there because I'd always leave early. I'd always sell out.
Yeah.
And the whole place, like vendors across like half a mile away were like coming up to my booth. I can smell your candles.
Yeah.
All the way over there.
I get that. I don't know. I don't believe him, but
yeah.
I guess so.
But yeah, the flea markets are so much fun. Especially when you get like a really good group of vendors around you. You know, talk to them every week and get to know them and stuff like that. All right, last flea markets. Any question on flea markets? There's oh, maybe the pricing. It was like $200 a month for my flea market, and it'll range from anywhere from like $30 a day to $200 to $300 a month. And you want to start out paying daily until you get business, so you get money, and then you want to pay your rent and future rent out of your profits. And then you snowball from there. And if you have a full-time job, flea markets are the way to go. You go every weekend, you get a permanent booth. Oh, one last thing on the flea markets, and this is like the number one thing. Number one important thing about flea markets is a location, a location, a location. It's all about customer traffic and where they're going and how they're getting funneled in and where the aisles are and where your booth is. If you're in a location in the flea market where if the customers are parked here and the parking lot's here and they get funneled in here and they go through the aisle and you're off like way in the back on a left aisle, you're not going to get any traffic and you're not going to get any sales. It's all about locations. When I first went, entrance is way back there and I was in the back. Not only was I in the back, I was on the left wing at the end. I didn't get any business. And I started asking people and they're like, yeah, you have to be where the traffic is. And so it's all about locations. And then I started getting up there and then I was like, well, how do you get there? Like right where the customers come in, they're like, well, those vendors pay by yearly and there's a waiting list for those booths. And they're a lot pricier. They're spending like $4,000 a year just to secure their spots. But yeah, location is really important about flea markets. Last thing, before I get going here, I guess some orders to do, is Amazon. Once you get big and you want to do Amazon, Amazon's a really good way to do it. They have two different options. They have Amazon handmade sellers, and then they have Amazon business. Amazon business is $70 a month, and handmade is actually free. Once you get approved through handmade, you can actually list for free, and they take a certain percentage out of your sales. And then there's two ways to fulfill. There is seller fulfill, and then there's fulfilled by Amazon. And fulfilled by Amazon is the way to go, but you need a lot of inventory to do that for it to be cost effective. You'll get a lot more business because what Amazon does is they take advantage of the Amazon Prime members that get free shipping for Amazon Prime. And all you have to do is find a local Amazon warehouse, which they're everywhere, in almost every city. Constance, are they in the Virgin Islands? No? No.
Remember, this is a U.S. territory and at the same time a third world country.
I keep thinking, yeah, you're the United States, but then you guys get so excluded out of everything. I don't know why. That's retarded. That's dumb.
And you know the actual president does not like Puerto Rico, and we are close to Puerto Rico also. So
you know, I usually don't vote. I'll admit it. I usually don't vote, but I hate Trump so much that I am voting this year, and I'm gonna try to vote twice, just to get him.
You're gonna go to jail.
You were proving his point.
Okay,
Well,
I'm voting once. Okay, you're right. You're right. You got a very, very good point. I want him out.
US territories cannot vote for president. So
Wait,
You say
what?
what, Constancia?
US territories cannot vote for president. You have a Senate representative, but you cannot vote for president. US territories has governors.
Oh my goodness. Why did I not know this? How did I not know this? Why aren't they teaching this in these schools?
United States territories those cannot vote for president. You have a representative in the Senate, not in the Congress, but you cannot vote for president.
And I apologize, anybody that's watching the video. I have nothing against you if you like.
That's gonna be for us only. Edit that out.
Me personally, I hate his guts. That guy is a pop.
You can't be politically biased.
I hate that guy. The guy's he's a clown. How the I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. You'll get don't get me started. Don't even get me started.
And then I don't look at the news. Ever since COVID, I don't look at the news. But just last night, I was on Facebook and I was seeing all the comments about the
debate.
And I just went just the last minutes to see the debate, and I don't know, it was crazy.
If I lived in the Virgin Islands, I'd actually move to Florida just to vote against this guy.
Oh my God.
I hate him. My skin.
Video.
my skin actually crawls whenever I hear his voice or see him or a clip of him. My skin crawls and I get like,
you get high.
Oh my God! Ugh. I don't
remember they're listening to us.
Okay, I'm totally gonna edit this out. I'm totally editing this out.
Now, by this evening, when you turn on your computer, you will be getting a lot of infomercial advertisement everything to the Republican.
All the pop-ups.
I don't even care. I don't even care. I hate.
You're gonna be like, oh my! Why can't I log on? What's happening? My page is blocked.
Is that? Oh, you're saying Trump's listening. I'm sorry, Trump. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Fake news.
It's all fake news.
Oh my God. I just can't with you today. I'm leaving.
So Amazon's good if you were to do. I'm just gonna end it here. I'm
sorry.
Yeah.
Constancia, he had a whole
I think we're done. I think we're done. We're gonna end on that note.
By this evening, you will see the drones somewhere in Florida looking for the sheriff.
Like all my stuff's gonna be like deleted. You're gonna try to go out to campsite. Wait. Error 404. Error 4. What's the error 404?
No, let me tell you something. You have this fellow. I'm going to tell you the name. He makes candles, and his candles are like he make jar candles, right? It's that that gay guy candle.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he gives it to Trump in every single candle that he can.
Dude, he does not hold back on
At
anything.
No.
all. At
He doesn't
all.
hold back. He doesn't care. He's just
No.
yeah. He's one of those people that goes into public and says,
Right.
"This is what you got. Deal with it. This is what you got. Deal with it."
He makes good money too.
He already has a candle that says, "Will you shut up, man?"
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I like that. I like him. And he's doing really good.
Yeah.
I remember when he launched on DIY. I remember when he launched and like his first launch. He said he like sold out, and I remember his first picture. He said, "Oh, this is my first pallet," and then he got his first truck full of supplies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know if he's getting truckfuls of supplies, I know he's doing good. Thank you so much, guys. This is my last class. I want it to last as long as possible.
Lots of good information. Thank you so much.
I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, I really like this group, and I want to do something with them more. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if it's going to be like every week or every other week. I'm just going to invite you guys to Zoom so we can chit-chat about, we can ask questions, we can talk about wick testing, we can talk about anything we want. Just have like a little candle party, just us.
That's nice.
Yeah, just the crew, because I've gotten to know you guys this month, and I really enjoy. It's kind of like friends, where they all go to the coffee shop.
And you know what would be good if when you open your shop and you are going to do your ribbon cutting, you invite your girls to come.
Yeah, I'm coming.
You need to do that.
I thought I was gonna come just to get my blackberries, but yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna get Susan into Florida. She's in Canada. How am I gonna do that?
No, I think once you have a date, I guess by November, December, you have a date, and then we just start planning.
Okay. I think it's gonna be soon. I really think it's gonna be like February or March.
Okay, so we have time.
All right. I will plan it. I'll invite you guys. I'll plan it and invite you guys. That's a good idea.
I know Sabrina will go. I know I will go.
You know I'm coming. I was coming just to get my blackberry. So
awesome.
A party?
Awesome.
And then Sabrina, we get a tour and some free classes being present there.
You get free candles, you get free meals, you get
a real drink,
classes, and yeah. When I open my real bakery, I have this friend. A friend of mine, he's in Indianapolis, and he makes his own chocolate. He has a chocolate factory. He actually flies or ships his cocoa beans in from all across the world. Mayan chocolate, Belize chocolate, Brazilian chocolate, all these different types of chocolates are cocoa beans. He gets the cocoa beans into his shop. He roasts them himself. He makes the chocolate himself, and then he makes these awesome dark.
Ask him if he would like some cocoa beans from Costa Rica.
He may already get some from Costa Rica, but I'll ask him.
Yeah.
But we're actually going to collaborate. So he's going to be selling my wax melts and cupcakes, and I'm going to be selling his chocolates in my bakery when I open it up. So when people come in and they're like, "Well, I'm hungry. I want real food." Oh, I got some chocolates here. And then so when you come in, I'm going to have some handmade, real, gourmet chocolates for you.
Sounds good. I'm with it.
My favorite is the orange. I like the orange dark chocolate, the unsweetened orange dark chocolate from Belize. That's my favorite. And then I like, he has Honduras. He has Honduras. What else does he have? But yeah.
Yes, we have this farm that my dad left us, and my brother will have to take it over now. So we have the cocoa, he plants it. So we're trying to see what we could do.
What's your harvest look like?
Huh? Is
your harvest pretty big, or you just selling to local markets?
Right now, that's what we're trying to do, to see what we can,
So you haven't harvested yet?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes, and my brother is buying from the small producers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll let them know.
Yeah.
Hey, I got this contact in Costa Rica. You said Costa Rica, right?
Costa Rica.
I'm trying to visualize where that is.
Costa Rica, between Panama and Nicaragua, Central America.
Okay. I'm not very good at school stuff, which is why I needed to start my own business and do something creative with my art. So.
And that's good.
You're smart to me.
I'm really good with numbers, though. Really good with numbers. So if you ever need help with Excel or anything, I'm really good. I've had people with master's degrees in business like, you're really good with numbers. So I've been complimented a couple times.
So Sabrina, we have a trip to plan.
Yes.
I'm already there.
Already there.
We got chocolate, we got coffee, got candles.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I used to be a bartender, and I know how to make drinks.
Okay, so I'll take the drinks. You have Captain Morgan here. You have the local.
Captain Morgan, yeah.
Right here.
I got Captain Morgan. I got the Pascal. I got. Yes. I know how to make the good drinks.
I'm excited. Okay, I gotta make some money.
Yes.
We got to.
Well, I'm really glad. Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys learned a lot this month. And I saved the best for last. Okay, so now that you've learned all this, what the heck are you gonna do with it? So I hope this marketing class really gives you some ideas and really boosts you into turning your hobby and or your business into dream building.
This is one. Okay, just let me share this with you all. This is one of my aromatherapy candles. Since the green stuff is so good around here, I top my candles with it.
No. Oh, wait.
It's real?
Yes.
Oh, that kind of green stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So let me just stop the recording here.
I want to buy one
and talk about you coming over to
take a chance and send that through the mail.
Oh,
I want to order some candles from you.
I would not send this through the mail.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So bring me a housewarming gift when you come
I will.
My ribbon cutting.
I will.
Y'all legal in Florida?
Only medically.
Ah.
Okay. Well, you get someone who could get it for you, and then when we get to your shop,
We can make it.
I gotta turn this off. I gotta turn this off.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Oh my God.